She left her baby with the sitter for 2 hours to see a friend. She spent the whole time feeling guilty. She came home and felt guilty that she hadn't enjoyed herself, then felt guilty about feeling guilty. This is the feedback loop of mom guilt, and it runs on an engine that has nothing to do with whether you're actually a bad mother. Mom guilt is one of the most universally reported experiences of modern motherhood. Ask almost any mother about it and she'll laugh. A tired, knowing laugh. And then list you the things she currently feels guilty about. Working too much. Not working enough. Screen time. The lunch she packed. The tone she used this morning. The fact that she needed a break from her own children. Here's the thing about mom guilt that we don't examine closely enough. It's not just a feeling. It's a system. It's a mechanism of control so effective that women enforce it on themselves, completely voluntarily, without any external authority needed. Let me explain what I mean. Mom guilt is the internalized voice of a culture that has never quite decided what it wants from mothers. Work, but not too much. Your children need you. Stay home, but don't lose yourself. You'll resent them. Be patient, be present, be fun. But also get dinner on the table, keep the house clean, and don't let your career stagnate entirely. Put yourself first so you can give from a full cup, but make sure your cup is full without requiring too much time or attention away from your family. These messages are contradictory. They are impossible to all satisfy simultaneously. And the impossibility is the point. Because when you can never fully succeed, you can never stop trying. And the engine that keeps you trying, keeps you self-monitoring, keeps you sacrificing, is guilt. Real guilt, healthy guilt, is a moral emotion. It arises when you've genuinely done something that violates your values. It's specific. It motivates a specific repair. I snapped at my child in a way that was unfair. I should apologize and do better. That's functional guilt. It makes you a more ethical person. Mom guilt is rarely like this. Mom guilt is diffuse, constant, and immune to reassurance. No amount of evidence that you're a good mother quiets it. You can have experts tell you you're doing great. Your children can be thriving. Your partner can be supportive. And the guilt persists. Because it's not responding to evidence. It's responding to an impossible standard that resets the moment you meet it. There's also a grief component to mom guilt that doesn't get named enough. Some of what women call guilt is actually sadness. Sadness that they can't be everything. Sadness that saying yes to one thing means saying no to another. Sadness that their children will grow up and they can't hold time still. Sadness that they have needs and desires that are sometimes in conflict with their children's needs and desires. Naming that as grief rather than guilt changes the emotional experience dramatically. Grief is understandable. Grief gets held with compassion. Guilt gets punished. Here's what's also true. A small percentage of what mothers call guilt is actually information. The quiet voice that says, "You've been distracted and disconnected from your child this week, and they need more of you." That can be real feedback worth listening to. The trick is learning to distinguish between guilt as information and guilt as punishment. The question to ask is this guilt pointing to a specific, actionable thing I could do differently? If yes, listen to it, act on it, and then let it go. If no, if it's just a general, unspecified sense of not being good enough, then it is not information, it is noise, and noise doesn't deserve a seat at the table. The most radical act a mother can perform in a culture designed to keep her in a permanent state of self-doubt is to look at the evidence of her actual mothering, decide it's enough, and refuse to be prosecuted by a jury that was rigged against her from the start. Hi, I'm Rosie. Thanks for listening. If this resonated with you, share it with a fellow mother that needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe. Next, we're going to talk about something that's connected to guilt but distinct from it, the complete loss of personal time, and why reclaiming even a small amount of it is not selfish, it's survival. See you there.